The Brown family's followers predicted the end of Kody and Christine's marriage years ahead of their split, but Sister Wives viewers believe Kody was blindsided by the spiritual divorce. Throughout the polygamous clan's run on reality TV, Kody and Christine's relationship has endured plenty of bleak moments, but fans don't think Kody ever assumed his third sister wife would leave him. From the resilience of his other troubled spiritual marriages to his attempts to manipulate Christine, here's why Sister Wives fans think Kody believed Christine would never muster the courage to leave him. Kody's relationships with his first three sister wives took a turn for the worse when he welcomed his fourth spouse, Robyn, into his plural marriage. Kody's preference for Robyn was apparent from the jump, and while it might be natural for the polygamist to have a favorite, fans were stunned by how Kody went on to neglect his first trio of wives, Meri, Janelle, and Christine. After Robyn's introduction, Kody's relationships with his other wives rapidly waned. Since 2010, Kody has afforded Meri, Janelle, and Christine little affection, and although he managed to maintain the somber status quo for a decade, Christine's decision to leave effectively disrupted the polygamist patriarch's plans. Throughout his journey in Sister Wives, Kody hasn't demonstrated any fear of losing his first three wives, as Hess blatantly cared for his relationship with Robyn most. Kody's wives have witnessed his bias in instances like when Kody shared that he regrets marrying Meri and when he was late to the hospital for the birth of Christine's daughter, Truly. As the years passed, Kody's spiritual marriages have continued to decline to the point that the polygamous patriarch is essentially only friends with his first three wives. Even though their marriage is one-sided and isolates her, Meri continues to fight for Kody's love. By doing the opposite and leaving the Brown family, fans think Christine shattered Kody's understanding of his marriages. A Reddit user theorized Kody had no clue Christine would ever have the nerve to leave him. Christine struggled to conform to the norm that is Kody and Robyn having the only functioning relationship for the past few years, but it wasn't until Sister Wives season 16 that fans witnessed the beginning of the end for the pair's 27-year marriage. As Christine's rebellious attitude blossomed, however, fans think Kody's tried harder to trap Christine into staying. In response to Kody withholding his affection from Christine, a commenter suggested, "Do you think it's a power play thing?" Kody loved how Meri reacted. Fans believe Kody thought by putting pressure on Christine, she would buckle and become more submissive as Meri has over her decade in Sister Wives. Kody never assumed his effort to regain control could take a toll on Christine and push her to exit the family. One fan believes Kody never saw this as a possibility because narcissists assume you'll never leave them. For the past decade, Kody's wives have allowed him to coast by and only put effort into his relationship with Robyn. After years of getting everything he wanted, fans think Kody never considered the possibility of one of his wives leaving him, no matter how much he neglected them. Unfortunately for Kody, Christine surprised her family members and fans with her newfound independent spirit in Sister Wives season 16.